Hello everybody. Well, welcome to part 3 of the generator box build. Um, as you can see here, I've opened up this hole here so I can get to the controls of the generator right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put a couple little flip latches right here to hold this down. And I'm going to go ahead and start painting this. I'm going to tape it all off and tape all the aluminum off of it, and I'm going to spray it with the appliance epoxy. And this looks pretty close to the color of my bus. I think it'll look good. So all this red's going to turn white. And I got me another deck plate, and I've got it marked now. So I got to drill a 5-inch hole, 5.5-inch hole right there, and a 5.5-inch hole right here. This one's for the pull handle, the starting handle, and this one's for the gas fill, where I can reach in there and fill, get to the gas tank and refill it without, removing the box. So I got all this figured out, and got me some goof off because on the very back of it there's some tape and there's some residue in here. It needs sticky stuff needs to be taken off of it. Got me some tape. I'm going to tape all this stuff off and taper it off. Then I'm going to start my painting process. So stick with me, and we'll get this thing finished up. And also I got a plug that adapts the 30 amp twist lock to my regular 30 amp plug-in. I can show that to you. Here, give me a second. Well, sorry about all the road noise we're having right now. And my neighbor is mowing the side of the building there, but I can't complain. He's kind of mowing a no man's land between our two properties, and he mows right up against my building, so I can't really complain about that. Here's the adapter I was talking about. This plug-in right here, the other end of it is designed to plug right into this, because what the generator had is a here, I'll take this out and show you. See, it had a twist lock. Took a twist lock plug like that. So this adapts this to fit my regular RV plug here, the other end of that. Right now I've got it over here plugging the bus in. Well, somewhere around here. There it is. And I have an adapter on that one to plug into 110. That's how I'm powering the bus right now, because I don't have a 30 amp plug in the shop for that. But got that figured out anyway. But that door I showed you is going to be right here. So this door is going to come open and you'll be able to access this plug. I'll be able to plug this directly into this instead of the shore power. Then I'll have 23.3 amps that this thing puts out, 3,000 watts. Yeah, so I'm going to go over there and get that thing painted. Okay, everybody, I got it all cleaned up, and I scuffed it down with a gray Scotch-Brite pad, which is looks like this. It's a fibrous pad. You can get it at auto paint stores. You can get it I bet you even Home Depot would have these. But I didn't want to put too much of a scratch on this thing because this red has organic pigments in it. And sometimes if you scratch into it too deep, then when I spray the white on it, the solvents will go in there and bleed the red back through. And I'm going to check the back first to find out. But I cleaned up all this area here. It was all taped up real bad, had a lot of residue on it. And I cleaned up the rest of it with the old goof off. Stuff works good. This is the side with the door, so I get to the controls. I've got it all taped off, and I taped off the door. I put a new rubber seal around the door too, then taped it off. So all that's going to get here is just the white will be on the edge here and this edge right here and down here. And of course the front's going to be all aluminum. So then the outside of the door will also be painted, but I'll do that from the back side. So let's check this out and try it from the back side first and see if we're going to get any bleed through. I'm going to put on light coats, and I think I probably should put you guys on a stand here so I can work with both hands. There, is that comfortable? All right, so let's give it a try here. I've already shook this up for a while. Okay, I'm going to start at the bottom here, I guess. I'm going to go light coat first, see if there's any type of reaction. Yeah, where a lot of people get in trouble when they're painting is they don't watch their overlap and they put it on too heavy. You should only overlap about halfway. Well, before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and let that dry up and see what happens. I'll be back with you here. We're in good shape. Well, there it is, everybody. 2 coats on it. Got a nice shine to it. I'll take you around the other side. There's some type of vent in here. I need to shorten this up right about like that, because it's bumping into the edge of the generator. So, well, I'll get this thing untaped and we'll visit it again after it dries, okay? Well, guys, it's all dried off and from being painted, and I haven't taken this tape off yet because there's a plastic sheeting over this to protect it, and I'm drawing my circles on it for these 2 deck caps here, and I couldn't get a. It requires a 5.5-inch hole saw, and I couldn't find one. Even if I did find one, they went $55 for the darn thing. So I'm not going to play that game. I did find these speaker cutouts. These are templates for doing different size speakers from when I put the stereo in the truck. And I saved these because I thought they'd come in handy, and sure enough, they did. This one is just about the perfect size, see? So I'm going to use that as templates, and I marked off the circle, and I got one up here too. I don't know if you can see that. Marked it off in like a fluorescent green so I can see it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill 1 hole in here, then I'm going to take my jigsaw with a metal blade, and I'm going to go around the outside edge of that green circle. I'm going to have to be really careful. But I wanted to leave that protective coating on here. See, you can see it right here. I wanted to leave that protective coating on here to protect it while I did my cuts. Once I've done that, I'll take it off and we can go ahead and install these. But that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, and I had a little piece of that extra rubber molding for when I put the back window in, and I resealed the back window, and it's perfect for this door. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it red on the inside because it really doesn't matter. But this makes a really nice, tight, watertight seal. So takes 2 hands, but there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cut out, and I'll drill a couple holes in them first, right on the edge here. And then I'll start cutting it, and I'll take you guys along for that, okay? At least one of them. Okay, so I've drilled a couple 7/16" holes in it, big enough to get the saw blade into. And let's see if I can get this cut out. Having a hard time seeing here. And let's see here. I'm going to lower you guys down a little bit so you can see and I can use your light. Okay, maybe that'll help. Damn it. Well, day in the life, guys, huh? Yeah, having a hard time here. I don't want to do that again. I'll tell you what, I like the hole saw method a lot better. Let me grab this and see if it fits. Yeah, I kind of hit it, came out and it hit a couple times here. I'm hanging up right here. But not much. I think I'll just take a little file and finish that off. Okay, guys. I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, I've got this thing fitting now, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a piece of this, just this standard old mobile home tape, this stuff you get in a roll here. You can get this at Ace Hardware, and just go around this. See where the little ridges are on the back side of these screws? I'm just going to put a nice little coat on this just to keep a little bit of the water out. I don't want any water dribbling down onto the generator. It does have a kind of a grid bottom on it, so you know, on the rack for it. So I shouldn't be too concerned, but the more water that it would keep out of there, especially if it's raining and the vehicle's not moving, we don't want it to get all soaked. Okay. So let's put one of the screws in the top. We'll do this one right here. I'm using really short screws. I hope they're long enough. Got to put on the drill bit. I mean the Phillips bit. And I've already put 1/8 inch holes all the way around this. I've got these really short little number 8s. And they're stainless steel. These are out of my rack I have back there full of auto body stuff. Auto body screws, bolts, fasteners. These are automotive grade. They've got the stainless steel, so they won't rust up on me. There we go. Let's see if my holes are lining up. Yes. So far, so good. Guys, I got to take this all the way back off because I forgot to do something. As you guys know, I don't edit my videos, so when I goof up, it's real-time goofing. I need to peel this. Get my knife out here. What do I do with that? Here it is. Yeah, I need to pull this plastic off. This could be used in one of the strangely satisfying videos. Shiny, isn't it? I'll peel the rest of that off in a minute. I want to get this on. Let's go back to it here. So I spin that off, I can get to my pull handle, start the thing, if my battery isn't charged up. Otherwise it's got a key start. But this will stay closed 99% of the time. There it is. Get the old pocket knife out again. And let's trim up this leftovers here. Pretty good stuff. Reminds me of plumber's putty. Okay, so there we have it. We'll go ahead and finish stripping this off. Well, I think it looks pretty darn good. I'm going to go ahead and get the other one put on, cut out and put on at the top, and we'll take a look at the final product here. Okay, she's almost completed now. I got I got this handle put on it, and I'm going to have to figure out a way of latching it here. I think one of those RV side door latches, the little flip down ones, will work and latch onto that to hold it in place. And I got to put a couple stainless steel lunchbox type latches here to hold the bottom in. Okay, and kind of give you an overview of this thing. I've got it all unwrapped. It's looking pretty nice, I think. It's nice and shiny. So this is the one I'll be able to take off and fill up my gas tank in. And you know what that one's for. That's where the pull handle's at. And this side's painted white. And the back side's painted white. Now this won't show because it's going to be up against the bus. And I've got the latch working good. It's almost a two-hand project. And I've trimmed out that piece that was in my way there. Oh, I didn't show you. There's that new rubber gasket I put in. I may have showed you, I can't remember now. What happens when you get old and senile. But anyway, oh, I'll show you what else I did over here. On the back of the bus, I bolted down the generator. It's bolted through the bottom. I'll see if I can get a picture of the bolts for you under there. You see them? So I'm just about ready to put this box on here. I'm going to install the box. Then I'm going to bolt through this, right through here, into the box to hold it on. I'll probably put about 3 of these on each side. And this here is going to get an extra piece of security. Not only is it going to be bolted down here, it's going to be cabled down too with this. And it'll go through that handle. Nice cable, heavy duty cable. Now, you know, nothing's foolproof. If somebody wants it bad enough and I'm not around, the bus is parked someplace, they could probably tear it apart. But it's going to take a while. And this thing's so heavy too, it's going to need 2 people. It'll keep the casual thieves off of it anyway. Anything's better than just to, you know, leave it under the box and secured. Okay, next step is I'm going to bring the box over here. We're going to set it on there and bolt it on. And we're going to go from there. Oh, there was one other thing I was going to do. See how this door that covers my propane tank down here, when it flips up, it gets held in place by this little lever here, and it holds the door up onto the edge of that door right there, right here. I can use one of those I can install one right here. Then that one, when I lift up the door, I can latch it on top of that, and it'll hold this door open like this. So when the thing's running, it won't vibrate down and fall. And you know, if I need it opened for the cord or whatever, I sure wish I could have utilized that for the cord. That would have been nice. Nice rubber grommet there. But well, I'll bring you back when I get the thing mounted. Okay. Okay, everyone. Now, my question to you is, does this look like a sandblasting cabinet anymore? I think it's pretty much disguised now. I put a couple latches here. I couldn't find the old lunchbox type latches I wanted to put down here. They didn't have any at the hardware store, and I don't feel like ordering them, so I bought what was there. So I got a little barrel barrel latches. And now this opens up here. I bought one of these door holders, and now it holds open. So now when I'm running it and I need to plug things into it, I can hold it open. Or when I'm traveling, I can put it down. Oh, I also put a handle on it. I had to shorten those screws up because they were way too long. They're made for going through pretty thick wood. So, so those fit nice and tight. There. So, next thing I'm going to do is put it on the box now. I mean, on the over the generator, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, good morning, everybody. I've got the generator box all mounted up. The generator's in it. I've got it bolted down, and just thought I'd let you guys see what it looks like all the way on there. Maybe you guys give me some comments on this one. See what you think about it. You guys know I always like the comments. There's the gas cap down there, right where I can reach it. I can fill that with a little funnel, and boy, this is a tight fit. So that was in the proper position. Here, let me get my good hand here. Sorry for the waving around here. There's the pull handle, right there. So I'm gonna leave that open because I think at the end of this video I'm gonna fire that up and see what it sounds like. And here's the plug-in area. Now I don't know if that plug's gonna work because the plugins that fit these RVs have a 90-degree turn on them, and I might have to get kind of inventive with that. I'm just going to leave that open for right now. But I added some red reflectors down here, tape, so it can be seen from the side, so nobody will try to cut it too close and clip me. There are reflectors on the bus too. I put a white one right in the middle, just try to keep everybody's attention. Hate to get this thing rear-ended. But I'm going to go ahead and try to cold start this thing. I haven't fired up this generator in probably, at least a year. At least a year. So let me get the stand out here and get this all set up. We'll see how this thing sounds. So, get that choke turned on, ignition, and the fuel valve. And this should be ready to roll. Forgot to do, open up the exhaust vent. This little gasket keeps coming out on it. I have to keep putting it back in every time I open this. vibrates a little more than I thought it would. It doesn't sound too noisy, does it? This is the exhaust vents right here. Well, I'm pretty happy with this right now. So, I guess we're going to call this the end of this video, and maybe I'll go find a haircut today. And been shagging out here so much. Let me know your comments on this one, and thank you guys for coming along. And we're going to call it an end to this one, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.